Hey everyone, Nick Predicos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and at my local dollar store they had a few items for St. Patrick's Day. So they didn't have much of a selection, but they did have these carnations and just a few other things. So I figured let's try to be creative and try to make the best of what we can find. So we found that styrofoam frame, these carnations with the little gold coins, which I think are perfect for this holiday. And what we're also going to work with is a sign. So only 3 products are used in this design, and it turned out really cute. So what I'm doing is I'm just separating the gold coins from the green and white carnations. We're putting those to the side for now, and then just collecting the rest of those flowers. I like to keep them in the same direction, so when it comes time to grab one, it's right there and I don't have to fiddle with it. So this wreath is the same thing as what we've been creating lately. We're working all of those carnations in the same direction, trying to space them out about 2.5, 3 inches or so, and my placement isn't perfect, and truth be told, it's not going to make a difference. Don't sit there and stress over your exact placement, because in the end, the only thing that'll happen is you'll go crazy. So just take them, work them in basically at random. The main thing I'm really focusing on is just making sure that the flower heads aren't touching. I'm not a huge fan of that. I like my flowers to be separated, so that's the only thing I'm really looking for when adding these. So once you work these in, you can actually come back in with some greenery, but instead of using greenery to cover up our frame, I had 3 extra bushes of these carnations, and I'm just taking them, cutting the stems really short, and just working them as close to the styrofoam base as possible. So there's so many different ways to actually achieve this effect. You can use moss, filler greenery, filler flowers, or whatever your heart desires. You can even tuck in little bundles of ribbon, but this worked for me because we're going to come back in with the sign and gold coins, and you can hardly notice it at all. So now we're taking these gold coins. A key factor to take into consideration is that I'm working these all in the same direction. So whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise, the choice is up to you. Just make sure you're consistent with your placement. So these are kind of like an ornament, an embellishment. They're just adding a little bit of glitter, adding a little bit of shine to this wreath, and they just match kind of the leprechaun theme we're going for. So they also have a little shamrock imprinted on the front. A little hard to notice on camera, but up and close it is really cute. So once you work those in, it's time to come back in with the sign. So we picked up this shamrock with a little bit of gold on it. I'm just taking an extra floral pin that came off of one of my rolls of ribbon, adding a little bit of hot glue and securing it. So now we got to actually secure it using a hanger. So you could use a pipe cleaner, a piece of wire. I'm just using a leftover floral spray that came off of one of those picks, just bending it into a U, adding a little hot glue and poking into the back of the frame. So once you do that, give it a couple of minutes, and here is the outcome hung up on my wall. We have about $10 invested, and I really like how long those stems are and how whimsical it really is. So like I said, my store didn't have much, so use your creativity when it comes to this holiday. So thank you all so much for watching. You can find us on all of our social media handles under Nick's Seasonal Decor. Bye everyone.